Hey guys, how's it going? It's Matt and welcome to FIFA 14 gameplay. This game is between Manchester City and Manchester United and I am pumped to bring you this gameplay today. Firstly though guys, there is the new layout of the game. I'm really liking the kind of like more professional and slick look of the menus, and the general layout this year on FIFA 14 is very much more in the way of like Football Manager-esque. You know, the graphics on the menus and stuff, they look really cool this year. But here's some of the interesting stats here guys from my team. Got Aguero there, got Negredo. Some of these stats will change until the game is actually released, but I've got the likes of Fernandinho playing, who alongside Yaya Toure, those two are going to be very hard to stop on head-to-head online this year guys, for sure. If you choose Man City and you have Toure and Fernandinho in the middle of the park, they will be beasts for your team quite simply. They are two very, very good overall CDMs for Man City. But Japes was United, I was Man City, as you can see on the screen. So one of the biggest improvements this year on FIFA 14 is the through ball passing guys. It is by far the most realistic passing I've ever used in a football game, even dating back to the first Pro Evos on PS2 and FIFAs as well. They've got the weight of the passing, especially through ball passes, spot on this year. And chip through balls, by the way, like chip through balls when you hold LB and Y or L1 and triangle, are no longer as overpowered as compared to last year, and the general feel of the passing is absolutely brilliant, which is a huge plus for me. Another key aspect of the game which they've hugely improved this year guys has to be the shooting. As you can see there with Clichy in the arena, the player no longer stutters or hesitates before they take the shot during their run up before they take their shot, so that's a really cool improvement and a much needed one for me. You know, shooting has always been either like a bit hit and miss for me, whereas this year shooting feels very, very good. It feels lethal if you can get it right, especially those long range dipping shots, and you may see one in this game. I'm not going to tease anymore with that one, but one of the big things they improved in terms of presentation this year guys on FIFA 14 has to be the way the replay is shown, the way that every time, or sometimes when a replay shows or even before the game, the league badge pops up and it feels a lot more kind of like a game day presentation. You know, for me, Madden NFL is a really cool game, but the graphics on the presentation on that, they feel very realistic. You know, they feel like very ESPN style, and that's what FIFA 14 has gone for this year, and that goes for both FIFA 14 UK and the rest of the world. You know, last year on FIFA 13 for the US, they had like a really cool kind of replays where they showed like the league badges and stuff, and a really cool kind of ESPN kind of style to whereas this year on FIFA 14 guys, they have that in Europe now. So every time like before the game, they show like the league badge, which for example, if Barcelona are playing Real Madrid, then the league badge will show. It's a really cool new look to it. But Japes has shot there with, I think it was Van Persie, but I managed to get the ball away there, and just the whole kind of the whole like movement of some of my players is ridiculous in this game, and players like Jesus Navas, by the way, are going to be so deadly. But for me, the biggest thing on this game, which you'll notice, is that pace isn't as heavily kind of used this year. It is a lot more about strength. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think pace should be more focused on? Do you think pace should be more, FIFA should be more about pace? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Comment below saying pace or strength. Which one do you think is the more realistic kind of way of going about it? You know, do you think that strength should be more like focused upon attribute of the game? But we start off here with the ball. Fernandinho gets to Aguero, he does a fake shot, gives the ball back to Fernandinho. There is the through ball passing that I was talking about. He does a fake shot and boom, we make it 1-0 with Man City there with Negredo. What a hit son indeed. And I do love the fact that Jeff Stelling is now at the start of a lot of the openings of every game. So Jeff Stelling is actually like introducing some of the games, but there is a through ball passing guys that I'm talking about. It's just so much more realistic, and Aguero there with a nice pass to get the goal eventually with Negredo. But yeah, nice goal there in the end, and that's some nice movement, and I'm really looking forward to doing a nice counter-attack tutorial actually from one of these goals in this game guys, so that's going to be awesome to do. But overall guys, I'm really loving the way FIFA 14 feels this year. It feels just so much more realistic, and whether that's what you want or not, you know, obviously Ultimate Team is my preferred gameplay in general, but obviously head-to-head though this year and kick-off gameplay has really improved. But there's a goal by Nani. Japes got it back there to 1-1, and Nani doing a pretty cool kind of like violin or archer celebration there, and I am doing all of the celebrations too. I'm doing every single celebration in one video on September 10th, so be sure to stay tuned for that, guys. It's going to be awesome. I'm doing an all celebration tutorial, but nice defending here by Japes. Japes is a really good player. For those who don't know, he is a very, very good player. He's actually had experience on the pro circuit, so for me, going up against him is always a huge challenge, because he honestly is a very good player, especially defending. And that's one of the things to notice about FIFA 14 this year, guys. If you can defend well on this game, then you will be he will have so much more of an advantage, because defending this year has really gone up a notch in terms of like how you play tactically and how you play, how you play against the counter-attack, for example, because the counter-attack this year has also been like increased in terms of how successful you can be. But Japes here gets a interesting shot here, interesting free kick. My player, I actually pressed A there on my joypad so my player could run on the ball, but then he has a shot there, and Van Persie hit the bar, and I couldn't believe he didn't actually score that there with Van Persie. But nevertheless, so he carries on here. Japes from Man United, he gives the ball to Valencia. Now he's in with Van Persie. He has a shot, and somehow he gets the rebound there with Mr. Nani yet again doing another celebration there. And Nani got the goal there, which I wasn't happy about. And there was a bit of trash talk going on in this game across the EA office in the room we're in, and it was a really awesome event, by the way, guys. So that made it 2-1, and it got worse for me. I was like, what? How could this possibly get worse? But here we go. Joe Hart on the ball now, and he eventually gave it to Raphael in the end. And Raphael somehow gets around my defence with too much ease. Does a nice chip through ball for Japes, and this is just like a weird goal. I have no idea what happened there. Van Persie somehow got the goal for that one. A bit of a lucky goal there for Japes, got to say, but there was a lot of trash talk going on at this point. I wasn't happy with him because he was so lucky, but nevertheless, we're going to half time then, guys, with the 3-1 down. But overall, I do just love the kind of the graphics we have improved this year, and I'm not sure if they're like over the board in terms of current gen you can actually notice it that much, but on next gen especially you will so notice it. I've had the pleasure of playing next gen on the PS4 console at E3, and I can tell you that honestly next gen for football games is going to be revolutionary. It feels insane. But Antonio Valencia there, though, gets a sending off, which was a huge turning point in this game, actually. And it was a bit, I think it probably was a red card overall. But this is what I'm saying about the counter-attack, guys. Watch this very quick counter-attack. I score a goal here from 10 seconds from that free kick. We get the ball there, 1-2, through ball to Negredo, and boom, we are in. There is your counter-attack, and we make it 3-2. We are back in this game, and Negredo gets the goal there. And Negredo and other good players who are good at finishing also this year feel very lethal, and that is a huge improvement, because FIFA for me has always been especially recently has always been pace dominated. If you have a player such as Bonlahor, or say someone like Cameron Jerome, someone who's very pacey, say someone like Mayuka, and they have like okay finishing, they'll be a good striker for you, whereas this year it is a lot more about strength and general finishing, and things like that for me are aspects which have been like heavily requested by the FIFA community to be improved upon. Finishing, a striker should be more about finishing than just pace. That's what they've really gone for this year. But nevertheless, so Japes gets another goal here, really good goal that one. I actually kind of gave him a high five for that one. That was a really good goal by Nani, who got the goal. And the new kits, by the way, look pretty sexy this year, I've got to say, especially the Man City kit with the light blue and the Nike tick on there. But yeah, he made it 4-2 there with Nani. But overall, I do love the new shooting in this game. It is so much more realistic, and the way the players line up to shoot is awesome as well. And Japes gets another lucky rebound there to make it 5-2. I was like, what? How did you score that, dude? But nevertheless, so guys, let me know what gameplay you want to see next on my channel on FIFA 14. It is a really, really good game this year, guys. It is much more improved. The gameplay itself is a lot more realistic, and the way it just works and the way it runs, it's so much more awesome. And a really good through ball pass there, and a nice heel chop there by Van Persie, and he is in there, has a nice finesse shot, but I think I block it out for a corner there, and Van Persie with a nice duck face going on there. But now that he has a corner with Van Persie, and I think I get it away. Yeah, they'll get it away. But in terms of passing and shooting, they are just way more realistic this year, guys, and that's what I really wanted to see. I wanted to go to the EA event thinking, this is going to be awesome, and this is why it's awesome, because look at that nice dipping shot there by Aguero in the top left corner, and that was a booming shot there by Sergio Aguero to get the goal, and he will be deadly on this game. I can already tell. He is about 30 yards out there, decides to have a shot, and boom, dips over De Gea there to get the goal. And but yeah, overall the passing and shooting this year for me is what makes the difference. It feels way more better overall, and that is a huge thing for me. I've always wanted to feel like the shooting on a football game can be as good as it possibly can be for a video game in 1 year, and this year they've really gone for it this year, guys, on FIFA 14 and on Ultimate Team. Both the shooting and passing takes part on obviously both game modes a lot in terms of how much more it's improved, and they've improved for both game modes. Obviously head-to-head's always a bit slower than Ultimate Team gameplay. Ultimate Team is always a bit more kind of like arcadey, but this year they've really have. I just can't say enough about how much better the shooting is this year, and 2-1 at a game there, I think 2v2. But yeah, guys, really hope you enjoyed my first FIFA 14 gameplay on my channel. It's been really awesome to make this video for you guys. I've got a lot more gameplay to show you. If you want more gameplay, then be sure to hit the like button below and subscribe for more videos on my channel from FIFA 14. If we can get 3,000 likes by 3 PM today, I'll be doing a FIFA 14 player faces video today at 5 PM. That is a really cool video to do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, this gameplay. Let me know what you think about the game as well, and I will see you tonight at 5 PM hopefully. So yeah, have an awesome day, guys. So which teams do you want to see next, guys? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video and want more FIFA 14 gameplay, hit the like button below and subscribe for more FIFA 14 videos.